humans were capable of many great things.
Noah!
They could fly like eagles fly. But now it is our time. And it is.
That is a look at Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the new installment of the epic franchise starring Owen Teague as a young ape named Noah who undertakes a harrowing journey, and Canadian Kevin Durand plays Proximus Caesar, the tyrannical new ape leader building an empire, and they both join us now. And guys, if I'm staring, it's because I just watched you on the big screen, and I know you as apes, and here you are as humans.
It's so good to be here.
Oh my gosh, it is, it is.
It's a wonderful day.
Wow.
There we go. Okay, we need to start in the beginning because the story picks up several generations after the war for the planet of the apes.
Right.
This franchise, if you're fans of it, you know it's massive, and this is where we are. So, Owen, tell us actually where we are. Where do the apes find themselves?
Well, so this is hundreds of years later, and if, Wes has a really good way of putting it, which is if Rise Dawn War was the Stone Age, this is the Bronze Age for apes. We're starting to develop culture. We're beginning to apes in real life use tools, but we've progressed with tools. We've got like knives, and we have a whole society kind of created. We start an eagle clan, which is Noah's village, and they're kind of like a tribal, isolated community, and that is of course attacked by this guy.
Well, actually, Kevin, tell us a bit about what it was like taking on really this sort of larger-than-life role.
We were so lucky to have this luxurious 4 to 6 week ape training time. So, like, once we had auditioned and we met with Wes, when we got the jobs, we went to Australia and we got to work with this wonderful man, Alain Gauthier, who comes from Montreal, actually. He was one of the founders of Cirque du Soleil. And he basically broke it down for us, anatomically, biologically, the fact that most apes, all apes, their floating ribs are very close to their hips, so there's no torsion. We walk in, opposition when we speak, when we move. Whereas apes, there's all these different rules and laws that inform you how to get into this body. So after 4 weeks of training, then all of a sudden you start to seep in with the character, and then the voice comes. And you just find this fully fleshed out character. So it's like by the time we got the camera, we were ready to roll.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering, by the time you got home, was family like, what's happened to them?
Yeah. They're still wondering that.
We still greet each other as apes first because that's how we met. We met as apes before we met as humans.
Right, sure.
So Owen gave me basically the license to join him in apedom, and we ran off and we
improvised. That was a lot of ape school. Was these Alain let us, he would kind of lead us through these long improvisations where we really developed these dynamics between the group and found who these characters were in a completely organic way, which you never get.
Kevin, want to ask you, because growing up in Thunder Bay, Ontario, as a kid, we understand that you were a huge fan of Planet of the Apes, so much so that your mom actually cracked up laughing when she found out that you got this role?
Yeah, I used to have a reserved spot behind the couch where I would watch Planet of the Apes from, because they both fascinated and terrified me, the fact that there was these speaking apes. So it was from that point on, when Mom informed me that they were actors, I thought, God, someone gets paid to do that? And I started my ape runs through the forest and behind my house in T-Bay, and started dreaming. And then I called her, these 30-something years after then,
Yeah.
and said, I got cast as, the king of the apes, and she cried of laughter. She was just like, after all these years, you're finally perfectly cast.
Typecasting done right.
All right, well, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes opens in theaters on Friday. Great to see you both, and congratulations on the film.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very
for stopping
much.
by.